Coming up, where to build Ipswich's first synthetic athletics track runs into a whole lot of trouble. Booval needs your love and attention. New off-leash dog park. What's coming to Ipswich Civic Centre? The Galvanized Festival. And we reminisce about old cinemas. All that and more when Ashleigh Mack and Walter Williams join the show for another yarn over the back fence. It's Wednesday, August 19, 2026, and I'm Allan Roebuck. Welcome to Ipswich Today. This podcast acknowledges traditional owners and their connection to lands and waters we share. Ipswich Today is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. Ashleigh Mack was born in Ipswich, and growing up in Ebbw Vale didn't affect him very much at all. He was the first voice on QFM in 1990 and is a small business owner with the coffee shop at St Andrews. Welcome again, Ash.
Always good to be here, mate.
Walter Williams has called Ipswich home for 36 years, and you will know his voice on many TV and radio ads. He was previously heard doing his own show on QFM, 4BH, Star FM, River and 4BC. Welcome, Walter.
And loving it.
And loving every minute of it. We have got an action-packed agenda. Let's start with the biggest, what I think is the biggest local story of the past month, and that is, where should Ipswich's first synthetic athletic running track be built? A special council meeting was called with just an hour's notice, and then social media exploded with comments both for and against. Where will I go first? Who's the runner out of the two of you?
Oh, don't look at me.
Well, you go first then, Ash.
Walter's the one who takes off with the running thing on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, well, I've been a member of Park Run, and I want to get back to that too, just dealing with some issues. But Bill Patterson Park, I think that would be an ideal place to have a synthetic athletic running track that the wider community can use, because what they're proposing at the moment is Ripley Valley State Secondary College, which is all very good, but a lot of colleges and those facilities aren't open to the public on a regular basis. You can't get access without becoming a trespasser. So in the meantime, we've got a facility set up at Bill Patterson with the paths and everything, but they're so narrow that we're seeing a lot of people, a lot of runners with injuries because of it. So we need some proper paths.
And there is a hidden problem with that, and that is that was an old landfill. So as things still compress, even after all these decades, there's an issue there. There were up to, I think, 20 other sites possibly explored. Maybe even, remember the old velodrome at the top there up near Chermside Road?
I do, yes.
That was one idea. But I haven't been able to read any detailed reports of what they're about. But I will say that Ipswich Little Athletics and Ipswich District Athletic Club were not very happy. They came out very much being kept in the dark.
Wouldn't they know more about it than anybody there?
You would think so.
Yeah.
But apparently that was not the case.
Why was it such a rush? Were they late? Did they put it off?
Trying to be very balanced here. There were many reports and councillors briefed over the weeks and months gone by. Then there was this Game On funding application that I think Providence was doing, Providence Athletics Club, and there was a deadline of 5 p.m. on that day of the council meeting. But the CEO of council had advised councillors that a formal council meeting wasn't required, just a strong letter of support saying that would be endorsed at a subsequent council meeting. So we've got he said, she said, they said, somebody else said, and it's very difficult to know exactly what happened behind the scenes.
It is. I've had to listen to your chat with the mayor, Allan, about this extraordinary meeting that took place and everything too. And it's everyone should have a listen to that. It's only a few minutes of your life, and it's worth checking out. At least the mayor's version of events, and Alan's been very good in holding middle ground on this one.
And with the other councillors who called the meeting, they thought it would be a stronger case for the Game On funding. But with that, then we heard the fact that the Ipswich Central-based clubs were kind of left in the dark and caught by surprise by that meeting. I will say I think there's a lot more to play out, a lot more to come.
So it's not a lay down misère. It's not definitely happening.
Well, not at this stage. No,
nothing French in this at all, Ashleigh.
Okay.
No. So we'll just watch this space.
Sounds good.
Now, the other big story in Ipswich CBD was the fire that could have claimed more than just the top of town. That could have claimed more of the top of town if it weren't for firefighters getting a coffee across the road at Gareth's shop.
Talk about being at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Not so right for the old
Well,
night.
it's a miracle I wasn't up there. That's my usual Saturday walk. To go to Short Black and sit outside Gareth's cafe there and have a coffee and just, watch the world go by. But you know what's come out of this, which is very interesting, after Paul Tully being on the man on the spot.
Well, he was down at the Multicultural Day in Tulma Place.
Yeah, he talk about right place, right time. Is that apparently in this city we don't have a fire brigade that can provide ladders for these kind of buildings of height.
Where did it come from then, Walt?
I think we had to get something from Brisbane, didn't we? But it's certainly that's a growing issue, and that's something that's going to be talked about a lot more in coming weeks. Is let's get one of these ladders on a fiery setup for Ipswich. We don't have one as such in the CBD.
Yes, when I saw those live pictures from Paul Tully, I was very concerned about Vogler's there, and Kinetics was one along, and then the other shops on the other side. It was great that the fireys did such a good job in containing it. I called it the old Players Nightclub, but it's had many names over the years. What are your memories of hanging out at that nightclub? Walt, you were the party animal in the day.
Still am. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You go to grab a granny and just be honest.
Mate, I was at Lefties the other week just watching a band do their thing. Yeah. So I did get down to the club there, and one night I went, the former mayor and a lot of councillors were down there too, having a grand old time. Let me tell you, no names, no pactoral, but I think you know who I mean.
All right.
And more recent times, the owner, or one of the new owners, I don't know, it's changed ownership so many times, actually approached me and asked me, did I want to set up a DJ thing in there and run that for them? And I had no interest in it because I'm doing the voiceovers full time.
Desmond Balagari, do you know Des?
No.
Des, he actually works at the hospital, used to be the barman up there. He was almost in tears that day because it was his old gig. He loves that old place.
Yeah.
And actually, just see my nightclub burned down. Yeah, mate, that's all right.
So when did it become a nightclub, Ash? Because it wasn't at the old SGIO building or something?
Yeah, I think
somebody said. I don't know. I haven't been able to verify that.
It's historic, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah. And I don't remember. Probably we should get on to Des. He just knows the whole story.
Yeah,
isn't it tied in with the miners? Because there's a symbol on the outside,
on it, yeah,
on the outside of the old club that is definitely part of the mining community.
We've given ourselves some homework there, and I'm sure at least one listener of the podcast will know the greater history of the building and the site. Let's move on. Shape Your Ipswich, which is a project of Ipswich City Council. There's a few projects open at the moment. The Booval Place Plan. We've heard of the Rosewood Place Plan and a couple of others. Now, this one closes in September. Have you had a chance to check out what the Booval Place Plan might be about, Ash?
No idea.
Walt, have you checked it out?
I've had a bit of a look because it's not far from my place, and what interests me is the chat, eat, walk things they're conducting around the district.
Yeah, that was different. So getting people's feedback over a snack. Anything you'd like to see happen, change, or leave as is in the Booval precinct?
It's naturally evolving anyway. We've seen all those new apartments being built and finished at lower cost living down near the railway station at Booval.
As long as they don't touch the old hall next to it, the old National Hall.
No, I don't think they can because that's heritage listed.
Yeah, that was my parents used to go dancing there.
Wow.
It's got history. Yeah.
Well and truly.
Their parents. It goes back.
Hang on a second, if it wasn't for that hall, I mightn't be here.
That's right.
But what is interesting, they're talking about all these plans and changing things. Booval Fair recently did an upgrade out the front of the Booval Fair that affected parking for a while and access, and they were going to put all these eateries in. Guess what?
What?
Not one new eatery has gone into the front of Booval Fair.
So what is it, vacant at the moment?
It's still, boarded up ready to go, waiting for tenants.
Well, the funny thing about shopping centres is they say that they're going to be 1/3 food places. And if you head to places like Harbour Town down the coast, there's so much food now. You go there for tea. It's become a dine-out place, and they're doing it with Riverlink. Riverlink's got its thing going.
The link, yes.
Yeah, it seemed like a good idea, Ash, but it just hasn't taken off for whatever reason. Maybe too much competition, downturn in the economy, who knows?
Give it time. While we're on the place plan, there's a photo competition alongside this called the Capture Booval Photo Competition. Now, happy snappers need to get your skates on because those entries close on the 31st of August, but the place plan submissions close on the 20th of September. In other council news...
Well, hang on. Before you go on there, I just got one more congratulations about Booval. Did you see that they gave out the Bravery Award to the person who stopped... Remember the crossbow incident at the Aldi?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the person who stopped that person there got a Bravery Award. Took about 4 years.
They're a bit slow like that, but well-deserved.
Exactly. I wouldn't have taken them on.
No.
Council's taking a move that other councils across the some other councils have done across the state, and that is create a multicultural advisory committee containing external advisors. So if you want to put your voice forward, help shape a more inclusive city with a multicultural future for Ipswich residents, jump on the Shape Your Ipswich website. I just wanted to put that little plug in. And you can also get useful info on longer-term projects like the Ripley Road and Fisher Road upgrade. We know that's desperately needed. But I jumped on myself, and there's actually a fly-through of what it's going to look like.
Oh, good.
You know,
it's amazing that all this technology lets us look at it before they build it, but everybody's still stuck in the traffic, aren't they, and going through the potholes. I'll just watch that while I'm driving home, might make me feel better.
Plenty of time to watch it.
Now, we were talking about Limestone Park a short time ago with the running track location or possible locations. There's also a new off-leash dog park. Walt, pity Henry Waffles is not around anymore. You could go for a wander up there.
Sadly, my little man went last year, but I would love... look, wholeheartedly support any new off-leash dog park, and at Limestone Park, perfect area. There's so many dog lovers that take part in the park run even, and this is why we need wider footpaths, because you've got people with prams perambulating their children while they're running. And walking their dogs. So for this reason, this is a terrific thing for the park to have. So welcome that. And the people socialise too. It's not just about the dogs socialising, but we get together as human beings and meet other people we'd never know existed.
Good for the...
Dog lovers meeting dog lovers.
Good for the brain, Council's also pushing the fact there's going to be more flood cameras. They're available on the disaster dashboard. They're really counting up that when they're finished, there'll be 37 different flood cameras across Ipswich that you can view with a 5-minute, I think it's a 5-minute update of a still shot of that location. And that will be very reassuring for people in those flood-prone areas, also for access. Even out Carolee Way, there's I think there's already a flood camera there on the low section of Junction Road, Ash. You'd know that one.
And there's one down at colleges as well.
But that's actually a main roads camera that plugs into council's dashboard, but still very handy all the same.
Yeah. Can I just say something on the new flood camera? And I think this is 100% way to go. We've got to have these things on that dashboard there. But can I also say we need a human voice on there, not an AI voice saying Bremer River. I put my hand up for the job, ICC, if you're listening.
Mate, we're being put out of business by that.
You do get some funny
pronunciation guide. Yes. It's terrible.
Oh, look, my pronunciation's fantastic. Shut up.
Let's turn to entertainment. Ipswich Civic Centre and Studio 188 keep rolling out some great shows, including this one's caught my eye, songs from 1975. We can all get into this. We're the right vintage. It's on August 28. Sounds like a heap of fun. What was your favourite song from 75, Ash?
Oh, it'd have to be just this is going to make you laugh. Two songs, because they were both massive, but not a lot of people like them. Rhinestone Cowboy.
Oh, yes.
Great.
Right. Yeah. And Love Will Keep Us Together.
Yeah, classics.
And
classics.
I think Fox on the Run was 75, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, that was the biggest hit in Australia that year. I think it was like in the top 10 for 20 weeks. Might have even been a number one for that long. But, yeah, it was a long time.
You know they're still playing it?
Yes.
But one guy left. The bass player is still alive and kicking.
He still has that stupid haircut.
From Sweet.
He looks like my father did in his 70s.
Jeez.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's a sensitive number for me this year.
But talking 1975, it's not just a song for me, it's an album, A Night at the Opera by Queen.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And, of course, that spawned Bohemian Rhapsody and so many other great songs. I knew that album word for word, every bar, every beat, and I just still love that album.
And what an unlikely hit for that era when you think of everything else that was around it. It was one of the longest songs to be played on Top 40 radio. Originally, I think the record company refused Freddie Mercury's request to release it, but he insisted in his Freddie way, and he was right. It was a monster.
If it wasn't for 10cc's I'm Not in Love, sort of breaking the ice.
Yes. You're probably right.
That probably wouldn't have got off the ground because that I'm Not in Love was the same era.
Mm-hmm. A couple of other big things coming up. The Ipswich Schools Battle of the Bands on August 29. Did you ever compete in a Battle of the Bands, Ash?
Yes,
you did.
I was in one of the also ran bands. I remember going along and seeing, what was the name? A guy named Lester Eastwood was a great drummer in the town back in the 70s, and he was in a band, I can't remember what they were called, but they got up on stage and played Eagle Rock. And they actually had two guys who could play guitar so well they played their parts perfectly.
Wow.
And it was just so good. They were a really good band. Leicester now runs a software company.
While they were playing Eagle Rock, did you manage to keep your pants on or off, Ashleigh?
I've never been to a gig. I've heard about this, but apparently people drop their pants in that song.
They do.
You want to hear the scary part?
Where have I been hiding? I've never heard this story.
I'm doing a wedding in 2 weeks, playing drums, and I'm singing that song, and I'm starting to worry.
It's going to turn into Pauline Pants.
It could be wild. What else is coming up? Hey, next month they've got a fun show with a fun title, Growing Old Ungracefully, on September 5. Should be a good laugh just because of the title. Then there's the Frankie Valley Experience on September 6. And
he got a voice.
Yes, and a big local production coming up. Ipswich Musical Theatre Company's presentation of Grease from September 12 to 20.
Yes, and our own radio mate, Hinksy, is going to be in the cast.
Yes, he is. I'm hoping to speak with Hinksy and a couple of other people before the show happens. So good luck with that, IMTC people. Mm-hmm. What else is happening? The Ipswich Art Awards 2026, they're open now. Always a huge number of entries, closing on September 13. Galvanized. Ipswich is great for festivals. I love the Galvanized Festival. It's all about heritage, this one, from the September 4 to 13, like social events, tours, places to visit. Have you checked out the calendar yet?
Oh, there's so much on.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
It's great.
My calendar is filling up.
It's getting to the stage where there's almost a fight, a tug of war between the areas because everybody's starting to get things. I think they had the air show last weekend. Wasn't the V8 Supercars on it up in Ipswich? Or was that this week?
Now, being very sporty as I am, I think it's this weekend.
This weekend. Okay, this weekend. You cannot complain about having nowhere to go or nothing to do. There is just so much happening.
Well, since the original Ipswich Festival and the Colour City Carnival before that, things evolve. They have to evolve. And now there's these distinct festivals throughout the year, almost back-to-back on some occasions. But wintertime, autumn, winter, spring, that's Ipswich's time to shine.
Yeah, well, Jacaranda, I think, is coming up soon too because everything turns purple soon, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah. October. Now, Ash, here's something you wanted to bring up. New parking meters. They're in. They were installed very quickly, and council calls them the new pay-by-plate parking meters, which means you don't get a ticket anymore to put on your dashboard. It's you punch in your rego. Now, you're in the centre of parking meters there at St Andrews. How's it been received?
And no one's actually said anything, but I thought to myself, it used to be a thing where if you put in and did 3 hours, but you only stayed there an hour, the person who came would say, here's the ticket, here's my ticket, use my ticket. Now you got to unbolt your number plates.
Oh, no. Well, the other thing too with the previous ticket, and I don't know whether you can do this with the new punching in your rego number, but the old ticket system, if you needed to move somewhere else in Ipswich Central within the time frame, you could just put the same ticket on the dashboard.
Exactly.
So
but I like what Ashleigh's saying. You can't pay it forward anymore.
No.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can't pay it forward. And the parking around the hospital is just insane. I keep saying to the staff park up near the heliport.
Oh, yes.
Because there's always plenty of parking there, and next to the ambos, nobody's going to go in there and do anything to their car. The ambos will come out and hit them.
Exactly.
No.
And you know where the first of these new parking meters went in?
Where?
Those 4 useless car parks outside Coles in Gordon Street.
Alan and I were talking about this before. I got caught in the middle of the intersection, did the wrong thing because you're not supposed to move on to the intersection until it's cleared on the other side. But those stupid 4 car parks, they should get rid of them so that we can get traffic moving through.
We're talking Gordon Street outside Coles, aren't we?
Yeah,
yes, we are, Mayor, if you're listening.
It's not as though there's not a lot of car parks under the building.
Exactly.
And it's free.
And talking of which, down a little bit further in Gordon Street, there's some road works on at the moment. They're getting a bit of an upgrade because there is an existing car park that was built a few years ago. So now they're putting in new drainage, new footpaths, which I'm really excited about. I've been lobbying council for years on this. They'll be opening late September. So that'll connect those parks then to Riverheart. So you won't have to walk through the mud and slush to get to it.
Last Thursday night, Walter, Penny and I were driving through there. We dropped some stuff at the shop in the little van. You know how it's one way?
You went the wrong way.
No, we went the right way. The Parado that came the other way didn't.
Oh, no.
That was quite funny.
But it just does beg the question with Over the Back Fence today, where would ratepayers like to see more concrete footpaths and curbage go in? Because I've been living here for over 30 years before seeing this happen, so and I'm sure people have been living here longer than me and wanting changes in their region as well.
You know the old saying, Walt, good things come to those who wait and wait.
You know why we have the problem, Walter? It's because we don't have enough water meters per square metre. The density in Ipswich, because we've got all these large blocks of 800 square metres, and that as against other places where they have smaller blocks, we don't get the number of rates, the amount of rates in. Once though they start doing the infill here and they allow people to cut 600 square metre blocks in two to 300 square metre blocks, not that I like the idea of that, but when they do it and we start getting lots of high-rise, that's when this town will take off with infrastructure. We've got to wait for that to happen, though.
Because there'll be the funding there.
Yeah. Well, you've got to have the more people who are paying rates, the more we can get going. We just don't. You look at the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast has all those people crammed in. You know, you think about how many. I think in the building that we're in down there are 158 water meters on a block that's maybe half an acre.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll tell you a funny story I heard years ago.
What's that?
You would think that if council's proposing that your street get a footpath at least on one side, that everybody would be happy. There was a time, I forget what street it was now, it's so long ago, but there was much anger in the street because council proposed a concrete footpath. The reasoning given, we don't want too many people walking down our street. They might be noisy. I know. You can't please all the people all the time, only some of the time.
There's a lot of people still stuck back at the Reeds fire, aren't they?
Yeah, I saw that post too.
Now, what Walt is watching, I bring this up because, Walt, you started your YouTube versions of your movie reviews, 2 or 3 months ago, was it? Maybe longer?
Yeah, not that long ago, and I've already got 26 reviews up there now.
Wow.
On my YouTube page.
How's it going in terms of responses and?
Good, really good,
Yeah.
and I'm sharing it on all the socials as well. So LinkedIn and what have you, and X, it's everywhere.
And now the new Spider-Man, you reviewed that?
Yes, and that was actually one of the most viewed of all the reviews I've done.
We like the previous Spidey-Man movies.
They're big. That and Michael Jackson were two of the biggest I've reviewed in terms of response. And out of that comes a little bit of a reminiscing question for today, and that's because Hoyts are proposing a new Screen X for Ipswich. if you're not familiar with it, it's one of those screens that kind of wraps around you, very much just like you're in the moment. So over the years, Ipswich has had a lot of different theatre picture shows, right? Ash can attest to this. He's lived here longer than any of us put together. Now, Ash, even you weren't around for the Olympia Theatre in East Street back in 1927, but your parents would have been.
No, actually, Dad was born in 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
No, but I remember seeing they had actually that wasn't the cinema. They had the old coaches and things for a Western. I remember seeing an old photograph.
Was that the one in Bell Street?
That's right, in Bell Street, where they dressed up an old Western, and they used to put on some amazing promotions. Then I was thinking, how the hell did they cart those things around?
Yeah.
And just getting them made would have been the hard part.
Well, that theatre they renamed the Tivoli, and then we also, of course, we had the Garden Theatre in Silkstone. You wouldn't think Silkstone would be big enough to have a theatre all those years ago. The Rialto in North Ipswich. There was the Nat, yeah.
What was Jimmy Waz? What was that? Jimmy Waz building. That's an old theatre.
Good question.
It looks like it, doesn't it? That could be the Rialto that became Jimmy Waz, I reckon.
We'd have to do some digging on that. Do you remember they used to have, instead of seat, they were sling seats. They were made.
Canvas.
Yeah.
The Kalanga pictures used to be like that. I used to fall asleep in them.
Yeah, very comfortable. They should bring them back.
And we had that in Townsville at the Rising Sun Theatre.
That's right, Walt. I remember that.
That's where I was introduced to the comedy of Monty Python.
I went to see The Sound of Music there as a boy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But talking old cinemas also, just before we wrap on this, there was the National Hall and the Alpha in Booval.
I think they used to do the movies at the old in Red Bank. There was one at Red Bank as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they were like suburban theatres.
Yeah. Well, there was a Parkside in Brisbane Street, and there was the Lyric. It had a sliding roof, which would have been very cool in the day.
Very trendy.
But, of course, the one everyone does remember is the Winter Garden Theatre. Very impressive theatre.
And
2,000 seats.
Yeah, and Ash's famous fish and chip story, rushing out for fish and chips round the corner.
Yeah, the Galeases, And I remember that was at my hangout on a Saturday. We'd go in there just about every Saturday to see a movie. There'd be some, Captain Rocket or something doing his bit before. And then the main feature, I saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang there. I saw Sound of Music there. The original Casino Royale. So many great movies.
Yeah. Well, I'll just go a little further afield. Holiday time for me was going to the movies in Brisbane, and I loved the James Bond films. And I think they were always released around Christmas time. They were always shown at the Metro in Albert Street, which was actually owned by MGM. I didn't realise that at the time.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And they had other Metros across Australia owned by MGM.
Symbolised by the roaring lion.
Yes, exactly. So, many great memories there of going to the movies. It's years since I've been to the movies. I'm not a good advertisement for going to the movies. Walt, you'll have to chastise me for that.
You want to hear a confession?
Yeah, go on.
Before radio, I was a film booker for GUOBF.
Which stands for?
Yeah. Greater Union Organisation and British Empire Films.
Of course.
Which was the Stephen building over in South Brisbane? Remember the one with the...
Oh, with the big pink thing.
Yeah. That was the old GUOBF. It had the vault in it because you had to have a special vault because of the film would catch fire. And I used to book, didn't like that job much.
No.
Because I saw what went on. But anyway.
You moved on. Well, that's a great reminiscing segment. I think everyone's got their favourite cinema or picture theatre story. Walt, thanks for bringing that one up.
That's okay.
Well, we've had a good old yarn over the back fence today. Let's wrap it up with some shout-outs.
I'd like to say to Des Ballingarry, don't worry, mate. We'll find another nightclub for you. Right? Don't, just because that one burnt down, he's a tragic for that place. Just wanted to say hello to him.
Ipswich does need a new nightclub, though. It definitely does. There's nothing for the youth of today to go out and have a night time.
But they don't drink.
I know, they preload.
No, they don't drink.
That's if they do drink.
Yeah, the ones before, the generation before preload, but the current generation don't drink. And that's why a lot of the booze companies are saying, what are we going to do about this? My kids don't drink. And it's really bizarre.
It doesn't help that there's an automatic hike in prices, is it, every 6 months, the excise?
Yeah, that's probably slowing it down. They can't afford to. Can't afford to buy a house, can't afford to get a drink.
A litre bottle of scotch in many countries is what, $12, $15 Australian. And here we're, what, 60, 70.
Oh, yeah.
And climbing. So I know there's the health concerns, but...
It's probably good that we stop people drinking because it keeps the hospital costs down.
We don't want black market booze like black market cigarettes. We don't want that happening.
Yeah, tell me.
That would be terrible. Well, now we've solved a few problems of the world. We might wrap it up there, gents.
Yeah.
Another fabulous catch-up for August. Look forward to doing it again next month in September. Thanks, Ash.
Thanks, mate. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Walter.
Thanks, boys. Cheers.
And that is it for this episode. A reminder to check out handy links in the show notes. Ipswich Today is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. This podcast is also listener-supported. Please make a once-only gift or regular donation to help keep it online. Visit ipswichtoday.com.au and click Donate. Follow and stream where you get podcasts, including the iHeart app, or play Ipswich Today on smart speakers. This is Allan Roebuck. Thank you for listening. Enjoying Ipswich Today? Please share the love on your socials.